All right, so we are officially recording. Mr. Angel, how you doing?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. So thanks for jumping on in this, and hopefully everybody that's watching will be able to pull a little bit of information from our talk. Hopefully, I'll be able to help you as well. So first, everybody kind of knows my background. Why don't you tell everybody quick snippet how you got into the fitness industry, how you got to where you are, how are things are going right now for business, and what's your biggest constraint?
Yeah, so I started at Planet Fitness as a group trainer, and I didn't really like it. It's too restrictive. Then I went as a personal trainer at EOS, big commercial gym, and right there, that's when I was looking up in YouTube how to sell as a personal trainer, and I fortunately came across your video, how to sell as a personal trainer. And after you pitched your dumbbells to dollars at the time, and I was a little bit on the is this real? Is this guy for reals? And I watched a few of your videos and I started implementing your tactics, your strategies in my personal training journey. And from there, honestly, they worked. So I decided to join. $97, I believe so. The greatest $97 that I've ever invested in my life,
Thank you,
honestly.
sir. Thank you,
Because at
sir.
that point, I pretty much give me the blueprint on how to grow. I started my park boot camp. That's something you advocated back in the day. And from there, I got a few clients and I started posting more on Facebook, Instagram, and slowly I got a sublease to a small private gym. And from there, I got another sublease. And then I got my own commercial property. And yeah, I've been at it for about 3 years. This is about barely my 3 year anniversary of my commercial property.
Congratulations. So you opened your brick and mortar after COVID.
hmm
Okay. So how are things going there? Tell me about your business. What's it like? What's the name of it? What do you do? What do you specialize in? How are things
So
going?
it's Fenzo. We're a lifestyle program slash weight training, and it's going pretty good. And I'm in the rebound right now. Last year, 2023, was a horrible year, mostly because of me, my lack of effort, and I wasn't really trying anymore. I was about to switch up my careers, but I decided to stick with it. And now this year has been a blessing again. And this year was more of a let's see if I could do it again. Let's see if 2022 was lucky, and apparently not because I'm at my highest level again. Back in 2022, so I'm putting a lot of effort. I'm spending more money on advertising. I'm hiring trainers now, so it's just going a lot better for me. But it's the effort that I'm putting in right now.
So hold on. Quick question, because I want to get to your biggest constraint. What happened in 23 that you felt like you didn't put in the effort? Were you just bored? Were you burnt out? Because burnout happens a lot. Like, were you just over it? What made you almost switch out?
Um, there wasn't burnout. I felt burnout before. It wasn't that, and it wasn't boredom. It was more so of me finding myself. I didn't really know if I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. And it was just a self-improvement journey that I was going through. And I improved a lot in my for myself, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, not really, but everything else, all of the other aspects of my life have improved. And at the end of the day, I just decided I'm gonna go all in 2024. And if I don't do hit 2022 levels and beyond, then I'm gonna quit. So it was pretty much a do or die year for me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're on this side of things. I think, especially as you start, as you continue to grow your business, even if you start to entertain other endeavors, if you get the business rolling, obviously you said you hire trainers, then you can create some time to chase those endeavors. Okay. So why don't you tell me what is the next level for you? What's constraining you from getting to the next level? Where do you think you need to improve? How can I help you?
So the biggest, I have two constraints. Structure is the biggest one because I want to get to a point where I don't have to be in my gym and the trainers that are there could literally just plug and play. I'm slowly creating the system and processes because fortunately one of the part-time trainers that I hired, he's a manager supervisor in his location where he works at. And he told me, bro, you're slacking. Because I told my trainer, give me constructive criticisms on wherever I need to help. And he told me as a owner, you're slacking on this on the process and system sides. So even before I got to talking to you guys in school, about that. He was also helping me out with that. Step by step, what should a trainer do? What are the expectations from welcome workouts to cleaning? That's something that I've been laying now. I've been creating like the blueprints within my business to actually help trainers in terms of their production efficiently in my business.
Okay.
And I think I still one of my worst parts about my business, and I'm slowly getting better with it, but I do definitely need some help with it.
Okay. So number one, I think that's great. I actually do that myself. Like my trainers, I, I'm very, I'm very aware of the fact that I have limitations. And when you have all the power, it's easy to ignore your own limitations. So I always tell them, hey, if you feel like there's an area where I can improve, or if you feel like I can give you more support, it's usually in that end. Please let me know. So the fact that you actually had somebody to give you that feedback works great. So what systems do you feel that you have down to a science? What systems do you feel still need some tuning up or fine tuning?
So the systems that I have in place that are extremely good are my cell system. I created that a long time ago in 2022, and I still stuck with it until now. Most of my trainers, when they close, it's always over at 80% level. So they're doing really good with it too, and I teach them on that. So the sales is great. The cleaning needs to definitely get better for sure. I remember one reviewer told me that in Google that the cleaning was off, and from there I got better with it. But now it's time to put in the system how to get trainers to actually do it like me. And then also too, in regards to the welcome workouts, I need to get better at processing that into a layout, a blueprint sheet for them. And to not forget to post about transformations, to not forget to post about progress that clients are having because I'm horrible with that too. I need to post better on the client success and clients getting better with the whole system at Fenzo, and that's something that I got to get better with my trainers too. Me first, but them as well.
Okay, let's take a couple steps back because I actually remember a time. It's very different when you have your own location. You realize how much work goes into it. So, as it relates to the cleaning, I remember that when I was getting my brick and mortar, I was speaking to somebody that owned a gym, and she suggested that you should not offload the cleaning to somebody else because nobody's going to clean the gym as well as you do. What I found, I wear so many hats, there's so many things to do, and there are so many other things that I want my trainers to do that I actually save money by hiring a cleaning company. Have you ever considered just hiring a cleaning company? Because either your trainers are going to do it in between classes where they have to rush and they're not going to do that great of a job, or you're going to have to pay them extra hours. And depending on what you're paying them hourly, you might end up paying more than you would have paid the cleaning company. Any thoughts on that? Have you entertained that idea?
No, I actually haven't. There's just a few clients that have offered me to do a trade service with them to
Mhm.
do you train me and I'll clean your gym. I never considered it, but what's your opinion on that?
Do those clients have an actual business?
Yes.
If it's a client that has an actual business, and so it depends on how often they'll be training. I had that at first, and I got lucky in the fact that the person was really good. You just have to be open to the idea that if they do a crappy job, like everything starts off with a trial period. You know what I mean? You don't just say, all right, well, this is the relationship. There has to be, in all areas of business, very clearly defined things that you need them to do in order to make sure the gym is kept up to par. You know what I mean? And there has to be like at least a 30-day trial period. Listen, I'm not making any promises. We're gonna keep you like I'd rather just like if it works out well, I'll refund you your membership, but I wouldn't take them off of the membership payment yet. After the 30 days, you know what I mean? I can refund you and then going forward, then we can discuss your rate. It's just that when you have somebody that's a member and you start to blur the lines, you just got to be careful. I was lucky enough to have known that person for what, how long did I know Vanessa? Like 6 years. And she had an existing cleaning business. So I would take the route of having somebody that cleans professionally as opposed to having a trainer do it because the trainers, even if they care about you, they're not professional cleaners. I like for people to specialize in what they're good at, what they're
Mhm.
passionate about. So I would open up the lines of communication with that member, see what they're willing to offer, see what you need from them, and then you can cover that pretty easily. Okay. So, does that answer your question on cleaning?
Yeah, I'll look into it for sure.
Okay.
And I just in general, when my idea is just to have the clients do soft cleanings during the classes before or after, and then from there hire someone to actually clean it on a weekly basis, or do you think it should be more or less?
No, the soft cleaning, like tidy up a little bit after class.
Yeah, just kind of put the equipment back and everything like that.
Well, people should be putting their equipment back anyway, no? It depends.
Typically, yeah, that's how my gym is. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't. I'm not a fan of the soft cleaning. They're not thinking about unless it's end of day. I haven't found that that's going to work out well because they will have been done with their workout. Everybody's different. Their level of professionalism is going to determine a lot of how good of a job they do. But I would rather just have them come in at a dedicated time off hour so they can actually do a thorough job,
Okay.
because then it's like, was this a soft cleaning or is this a paid cleaning? And then all of a sudden the cleaning that you expected to be like really deep is like your soft cleanings and now you've lost control. So again, you got to be very clearly defined. And I'm a big fan of separating labor. It's either that you're here to train or you're here to clean, but you don't mix the two. All right.
Okay.
And
All
I
right.
think that's going to ensure that they actually do the best job possible when it comes to the cleaning. Okay.
Mhm.
So why don't you talk me through your onboard process? Like typically, how does a new prospect reach you? Is it through a contact form? Is it through a phone call? Or is it through a referral? I guess they're all kind of the same, but typically, how does the process go?
I've been getting a lot of referrals, and I've been doing a lot of Facebook, Instagram, not so much Google, but those are usually the biggest ones that I get.
Okay.
Referral, Facebook, Instagram, and Google. And it's all through the website that I got, especially with Google. And then from Facebook and Instagram, I have someone that does it for me. So I don't really like go into the whole back end of it. And so I can't really tell you too much about that. I just know that if I'm getting leads, it's working for me.
Okay.
And
Are
that's
they
pretty much
nurturing the
it
leads
though.
as well?
Excuse me?
Are they nurturing the leads? Like the person fills out the form and the person that you hired they're calling the lead for you?
Yes, they're doing the calls and yeah, pretty much the
Okay.
nurturing.
And they're operating off of a script?
Yes. So I give them the script how I want them to call and set the appointments.
Okay. And so then what happens when the client walks in on the first day?
So when someone walks in the first day, obviously the greetings, and then from there we ask them the three main important questions: medical conditions, goals, and then availability. And from there, well, we talk to them a little bit more about their goals, try to get them to know as a person. We take them through a basic warm up, depending on the hour they're at. And from there, at the end, we just do the closing
So are they working out? Is this like a consultation before their first workout, or how is this happening?
within the group. So they're always going to be within the group,
Okay, so let's say they wanted to do 5:30 in the morning. They get there at what time?
5:25.
And you're asking them questions throughout the workout.
Pretty much getting to know them.
Okay, great. So in terms of the person that's handling your leads, how long have they been doing that? Have you noticed a steady growth as it relates to getting more leads?
Well, I just started working with them with this since February. I don't really count February because my account got suspended.
Okay.
My Facebook and Instagram got suspended February. So pretty much we started March, April, then we paused them in May, then we went back in June. June was a really good month, and then July we paused them again this month.
What's a really good month?
June was pretty good where we got at least 15 clients.
Oh,
For
that's pretty great.
for June, it was amazing, yeah. But it was kind of a roll from May too, just because we did $14 for 14 days.
Okay.
So I'm counting Google as well because he nurtures Google's as well with the Go High level. and also referrals. I'm kind of referrals too. So with his precise leads, I got 4 people with his precise leads. Like him nurturing, him going through the process. He got 4 people.
Okay, so you're using Go High Level
Hmm?
independently of anything else. Like you don't have any background platform because I use Push Press and like you were asking about Push Press before, and
Hmm?
they marry their company with Go High Level. So they have something called Push Press Core, and they have another thing called Push Press Grow. So with the Push Press, with the Go High Level, I'm guessing what you're are you sending out mass text messages? Did your person set that up? Like, how's that going?
No, see, I've never worked with anything like push press. I was very close to working with Wellness Living, but it just the agreements that they had with me didn't work out, and we ended up canceling. But that's why I asked you earlier in school how was push press. I have a meeting with a different company on Wednesday. They're Penguin something, but they're like a software because I do want to get better with the software where I could do mass text, I could send push notifications, and I could pretty much call text my clients just a little bit more concise.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm just asking you questions because you do things that differently from what I do. All right. And if it's working for you, keep doing it. But I want to circle back to the person that's handling your social media. Uh, so they're not, are they just handling your social media ads or are they handling everything that goes on Instagram?
No, they're just handling the ads and the leads.
Okay. How much do they cost? Like how much are you paying them?
So it's a base rate of 225, and
Okay.
then they get a commission of 20%.
Where'd you find them?
He called me.
He called you. Okay. Because if you look at the grand scheme of things, $225, if he got you 4 people, then, oh, and what's your average monthly cost?
150. Oh,
150.
well, 150, yeah, the memberships.
I'm sorry?
150, the memberships, yeah.
Okay. That's if you close them.
Hmm.
So when they're doing the Instagram ads, it's the 14 days for $14.
Yes.
Okay. And you said your close rate is about 80%.
Hmm.
So if they're getting 3 people in a month, that means they're bringing in $42. Well, no, they're bringing in $64 on the front end. All right. And then if you close 3 out of 4, that's 75%. That's going to be 450. You don't think so? Essentially, that's 64 plus 450, that's 510 or something like that. So you're netting 300. And do you know what your average lifetime value for the client is?
The lifetime value typically,
Like how
I
long do
don't
they
know the
stay?
exact number, but most of the time clients do stay. I hardly have any cancellations, barely. So they usually stay 12 months because I do have a 12-month agreement.
Oh, okay. So you get them to sign up for 12-month agreements.
Hmm.
Okay,
So
so
when they
it's
do the $14 for 14 days, they do have to sign the 12-month agreement as well.
explain that.
So pretty much the $14, 14 days, yeah, you come on down, you do the first class, and then from there, if they want to sign up, yeah, you get the $14 for 14 days, but you do have to sign up also for the 12 months. So it's just going to be an initial pay of $14, and then from there, after the $14, we just start charging the 150.
Oh, and so they have to, so is it essentially like they get their first class for free?
Yeah.
Okay, and then they decide if they want to do, the next 2 weeks for $14, and then from there they're locked in for a year.
Mhm.
Okay, so question for you now is around how many clients do you have, and what do you think your full capacity is?
I have a little bit under 100, which I'm extremely proud about that because I finally got to that number again after like almost a damn year and a half.
It's
I think
hard
last
to
time.
it's hard to go from having a good base of clients to like dropping to bring it back.
Yeah,
That's very commendable.
last time I talked to you, I had 130. Then
Uh,
I dropped to 60.
okay.
So then I'm finally back up to 100, pretty much right there. Just some cancellations, some signups. It's always
Also, this is
around
the
that.
dead time of year.
Yeah, and also, yeah, I have pause freezes too right now
Okay.
because of the dead time. So yeah, I think I could fit at least 200 people in there. I have six classes, no, seven classes per day, and 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Look, I saw Darian and your videos. I have no idea how you guys are good with that class because my 5 and 6 a.m. are dead times for me. Like my 8 a.m., 9 a.m. are good. Then my 5 p.m., 7 p.m. are great. And then my 6 p.m. is a little bit on the iffy side as well.
It could be the demographic. I don't know. 5 a.m. is usually that's the one I knock out of the park, to be honest with you. I've
That's
never
my
had a
dead
situation,
time.
huh?
That's my dead time. 5 a.m., 6 a.m. are my dead times.
Huh.
I'm
Okay,
trying to
so
figure out why though.
well, I part of it goes to your it's hard to answer that question because you're not doing the onboard. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing the calls, I guess it'd be a clearer idea as to what people are asking for, um, and what's being presented in the ads. All right. If you look at the schedule, like I'm on your website right now.
Hmm.
Um, all right, but if you look at the schedule, it says, well, Monday there's no 5 a.m. Did you get rid of the 5 a.m.?
No, Monday we have five. Wait, which schedule are you? I have two websites. I have a long story about that, but are you looking at the
Hmm.
first or the second website?
I'm looking at Fitness Lorenzo.
Dot what?
Dot what?
Dot what?
.com.
Okay, yeah, it's that one. Because I have a dot co, but that one's not it. Dot com should have 5 a.m. still operating for all everything.
Let me
Let me
tell you
look
what
at it.
I'm saying. All right. So I just went to the website. I went to scheduling and pricing, and then here's what I see. Maybe this is just to, is this just to schedule a call?
Let me see.
I guess this is to schedule a call.
Go a little bit higher. Go
This
to
is the
the
top of the
scheduling.
page. Yeah, it says welcome
Uh,
workout.
yeah, so it's go to Monday, the 15th.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that does have to be. Yeah, that has to be. Unless if it's for calls, because he just updated it a few days ago, so it might be for a call. But I'm gonna have him switch it to the if you want to schedule your workout for 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 5 p.m.,
Yeah.
6 p.m., 7 p.m.
Because I don't know how long it's been like this, but you don't even have an 11 a.m. class, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so this is an intro call page. This says scheduling and pricing. So if I'm the user, I'm going to assume, oh, the classes that he has are 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 12,
Yeah,
8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. So this needs to be updated.
yeah,
Um, and then I think that will change what's going on. Let's see from the home page.
yeah.
And
It was just updated a few days ago because I remember you told me a few. I think like 2 weeks ago, this update, and he finally did it a few days ago. But I'll tell him to fix that up too.
okay, I'm trying to get the whatchamacallit, the user's perspective because this is what the phone view is going to look like. So when they get in for their phone, if they say improve yourself today, all right, so that's good. I don't think it would be a bad idea to, okay, and then you have the book your free call. And that's also going to take you to the contact us page. So so the person does the web work as well. Same person that does the ads does the web setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this book your free call needs to go to whatever this widget is. All right. And
Mm,
that's what the button needs to lead to. And instead of welcome workout, it needs to say intro call. All right. And even then, I'm not sure why they're an hour apart. I don't know if he's using like a Calendly or something like that. But you can put him to task for that. And then like somewhere else on this page, you're gonna have to put Monday through. Are you Monday through Saturday, Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday? What's your schedule for the gym?
Monday through Friday is consistent with the 7 days, and then Saturdays at 9 a.m.
Okay, so then yeah, even if it's in plain text, or even if it's like under here, you know what I mean? That's what's going to help you.
Okay.
Because I mean, why would anybody eat? So there could be people that are looking for 5 a.m. classes. Doesn't look like you have a 5 a.m. class, so why would they even call? Or why would they
Yeah.
even fill out a form? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's one constraint right there. Um, Outside of that, so does anybody ever sign up for month to month?
I got like one or two on it.
Okay. I mean, the pricing is so compelling at 12 months. Why wouldn't you, right?
That's the point.
What if somebody cancels 6 months in?
It's just a half. You pay half of whatever you owe.
Okay. And what's your freezing slash pausing rule?
2 months.
You get 2 months in the year.
Yeah, if you want to freeze, you could freeze for 2 months. If you have an injury, you could freeze as much as the doctor clears you, pregnancy, anything like that.
Okay, cool. All right, so here's what I would ask, and I'm not trying to put any. Okay, so what are your responsibilities? What do you do? Because I'll lead with me. I still do all the inbound calls. Like I take every inbound call because that's so important, and I can sell better than anybody. And the first sale is going to be the first conversation on the phone.
Yeah.
So, what are your specific responsibilities besides training?
At this point, just doing. I do 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and then I do 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Those are the classes I do. And besides that, I mean, if I
Okay.
get a call from Google, I take that call. If I get
So, do you have a
not
phone
much,
number?
honestly, besides that.
Okay, here's a question. Do you have a phone number attached to your Go High Level account?
It's connected to his and mine.
Okay, you didn't purchase a number here. It's probably easier if I just log in myself. Um, so your interface looks a lot like this, right?
For the go high level, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So when
Mhm.
you go to settings, you don't have a phone number. Where is it? You don't have an attached phone number like this attached to your Go High Level.
I believe I do. So if you go to my Google, I believe it has like something like that where it's his first and then mine is second. Yes, the phone number on the Google is actually his.
So this 626 number is from that's what?
That's a go. That's his number. So they actually goes directly to him.
I don't think that's a good idea. And here's
Why
why.
so?
Here's why. Because then you can't do any quality control. With Go High Level, any call that comes in is recorded anyway. All right.
Mhm.
So I was just thinking about this actually earlier today. I only had one down period of time. That was the summer of 2022. And that is when I offloaded the inbound calls to somebody else. And like, I don't know, the churn, the rate at which we lost customers increased at an incredible amount. I thought it was because it was summertime. It was because the person I had hired at the time was either missing calls or like they weren't selling it. You know what I mean? You can just kind of you sell differently when you are the one that's like making the money. You know what I mean? And it gives you no opportunity to go through and go like, okay, how many calls have been missed? Okay, so every call that goes through or everybody that signs up, how did that call go? Or anybody that filled out a form and that doesn't come to the trial, how did the call go? Where did it miss? You know what I mean? Like that's the one thing I know I don't have to worry about because I'm always going to deliver that, you know? And it's not like the phone is going to ring every day.
Yeah.
Um, like I don't think I had one inbound call today, but it's pretty common on any given day of the week that I'll get 3 or 4 inbound calls of people that have been searching my website. Um, so having that go directly to their phone number, that's giving away way too much power. Also, any inbound call that comes in ever is going to be saved on your Go High level. So like if I go to my contacts and I go to all, this is everybody that has ever called me of all time. You see how it says 3,216 records? So these are people
Yeah.
that called that I might have even missed the phone number to. But if it's just going to his or her phone, you don't have a lot of an opportunity to recapture that or to reach back out to them for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Moreover, if you happen to miss the call, or if they happen to miss, and Gabby was missing calls all the time. So if they happen to miss the call, Go High Level will they have automations for missed calls that will text them and go like, "Hey, sorry, we missed your call. Is there anything we can help you with?" And at the very least, you will have made contact with them. But again, if it's just going to somebody else, you're not helping yourself. You
Oh,
know?
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't really taken calls really since we've worked together.
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah, when I sell, I'm about 100% when I do my sales. I got that shit down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't done it in a while, but it's easy to get back into it. I'll definitely switch over and see how if it even increases the amount of people that I'm getting.
I gotta tell you, I mean, for okay, Instagram ads is not that difficult. Like it's literally not that difficult at all. And I didn't even think I thought you weren't boosting your ads. I thought you just had them because that's what you led me to believe in school. That you were just posting but not boosting them. Like you were
Yeah.
that you weren't putting money. Are you putting money into ads?
Yeah, we're putting money into ads.
Okay. What do you have a monthly budget that you spend on?
Yeah, it's about 800 per month,
Okay.
monthly budget.
I don't know that I would keep that guy on at 800 a month. At
Yeah.
800 a month? No way. No way. I don't spend anywhere near that much. The most I ever spent now, granted, we have a different area, you know what I mean? Like very densely, I'm densely populated. I've never spent more. And are you doing it through Facebook or through Instagram or both?
Both.
I don't even go on Instagram. I mean, I don't even go on Facebook. And even through Instagram, like again, I don't know how diligent he is. He must have access to your Instagram page, right?
Yeah.
He has to get some kind of like DMs. There's a whole lot. Okay, there's a lot deeper that we can go into that, and that's part of why. I mean, I had already put together a how to. It was very quick. It was 1 minute video, but it explains exactly what you need to do to put your ads on Instagram. You could very easily do it. There's no reason why you can't do that yourself. Like you should do that.
Yeah, honestly, because I really have, ever since I hired the trainers too, I have a lot of downtime. I really do.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah. You
Uh,
can. I feel like this is the same conversation I had with Darren, but you could get yourself to 200 faster and spend way less on advertising if you just like ran your own ads, did your own inbound. And it's not like you're locked in with this social media person for a year. You kind of turn it on and turn it off whenever you want. But commission plus 225 on an $800 spend to get me 4 members doesn't add up. The math doesn't math. I wouldn't go back. I get hit up for people doing my Instagram all the time, and most trainers, I believe, have everything they need to get it done. Maybe you just need to take some better footage, but it's not that hard. The main thing is getting the word out there and then being on top of the people when they call because or when they reach out because when I run my Instagram ads, it's not always a button that I have them click. Some of them I'm just like, send me a DM because they're more likely to respond if they don't have to fill out their private information. All they have to do is send me a DM and you can call them through the Instagram app and go like, hey, is it okay if I just call you through the Instagram app? And then you can have a phone call right there because the point is to get conversation going. And then once they feel more confident with you, if they're a little bit reluctant up front, then they may be more likely to give you their phone number. But to just run the ad and expect them to fill out a form, I used to have this recorder called Hotjar on my website. And then I would watch what people did when they went to my website. So essentially, they would go onto the site, They would, scroll around. I'd see the mouse move around. They click on that first field to enter their name, and then they just bounce right off because they don't want to enter their contact information. Whereas Instagram, it's a social site. It's not as hard for them to just give you a follow, hit that message button, and go like, "Hey, what are the prices?" It doesn't matter what they ask because you can always give them a little bit and then get a little bit more information and give them a little bit more. But yeah, there's no way I would get that guy. I would put that guy back on because if you did 15 people, he's only responsible for like 33% of it. With that much money going out, you should have been able to get more.
Yeah, that's something that I was thinking too. Only thing that's kind of like been in my mind about that is the LTV, lifetime value, because they do sign up for 15 months. But regardless, if it's 800, because I remember I used to work with other companies as well, and they did better.
Yeah. I don't think, honestly, like local fitness advertising does not require another company. I don't care what it is. Like, it really doesn't. Most trainers can get the job done. It's not that hard. That's why they pop up out of nowhere. They take a 10-minute course and then they just start calling gyms in the area because the gym owner either doesn't know or doesn't have the time. You have the access to the information and you have the time on your hands to at least run ads and like get good at it. You will spend way less than $800. Well, don't even think about it as 800. It's 1,000 because you're in for 1,025 no matter what. You'll
Mhm.
spend way less than that just learning how to get good at it. It's going to cost you time, but at the end of the day, you're going to get more clients. You're not going to give away that percentage, and you're going to decrease your ad spend. And it's going to give you something to do. And they're going to feel more connected to you because they felt like they talked to the owner in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's
Yeah,
got
that's
to be,
something definitely something I gotta get better with.
yeah. So what I would do, um, I'll find that link. I'll find that story that I made, that short that I made. I'll tag you on it or I'll just send you the link. Watch it, try to come up with an ad, put it into the school mastermind group, excuse me, and then you can just practice on your first ad. It's mid-July, so like people aren't even going to be that responsive until September. So you have time to like get good at it. But give yourself to the end of the year, definitely before you bring that guy back on. And then also get his phone number off. There's no reason somebody else's phone number should be on your listing for your business. That's giving away too much power. Who knows what he could be doing with those leads? I mean, I don't trust anybody, but ain't no way. You put too
Yeah,
much. How much money did you invest in your gym?
a
40,000?
lot.
Yeah. So like, you can't give away that power unless that's like your brother or you know what I mean? There's no way.
Yeah,
So you need to take a little bit more control. Cool.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. We went a little bit over time. We got 5 more minutes. If you want to, are there any extra questions back of the mind that you were thinking might want to address that I can help you with before we wrap this up?
Yeah, for sure. So in terms of mm, the transitioning my business from LLC to S corp, is that something that's gonna take a long time? I mean, or is that simple, or what's the process with that?
Honestly, I put zero work into it. Who does your taxes?
Or yeah, so they could do it.
Yeah, I went to my accountant and then he told me to do it. I was like, okay, I got employees now. He's gonna have to switch over to S corp option. And then he filled out one form. All I had to do was sign something. I do it at H&R Block. And then he filled out the form. I signed something. By the time I was doing my taxes the next time, he just ran everything for me. Getting your taxes done ends up costing a little bit more, but not hard at all.
Okay, for sure. I'll just end up doing it with him then.
Yeah.
That's just something that I was thinking about doing as well, just so I could relieve a little bit more taxes on my end. And
Yeah.
since I have the employees as well, I need to, because I saw the video that you made with Darian, and then I looked it up too, the payroll tax benefits too.
Hey,
That's
you've
something
been paying
that
your people cash too?
yeah, yes, I was paying. That's what I paid. That's how I found
Jesus
out with you
Christ.
guys too.
Yo, I feel like my gift to the world is going to be to get trainers to put their employees on the books because that is going to help you so much.
Yeah, I was looking into it, and then that's why. First thing I heard about it though was with you guys.
All right, well, you know what? We're going to be back on school on the 25th. Let's make that our focus, just talking about employees, employee management, and then we'll deep dive into that as well.
Hmm.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
All right, sir. I'm going to wrap this up. It was a pleasure talking to you. So the moral of the story, you just got to be aware of the things that you don't want to that you don't want to touch, and there are some things that you absolutely cannot let other people touch that you are capable of doing. You're a little bit backwards, so we're going to give you some time to get that more in line, and then hopefully the next time we speak, we have good news.
Yeah, for sure. Just a quick thing I want to talk to since this is gonna go on your YouTube, right?
No,
So 100% Jonathan is super authentic. I would not be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for this guy. I won't give him his flowers just in case I die tomorrow.
come on,
He
don't say that.
hey, you never know. But he helped me out tremendously throughout since I became a trainer. My goal was to open up my gym in 10 years. So that was a 10-year goal that I had. And because of this guy, I did it in 3 years. So I did it super fast. And if it wasn't for my just me being lost in my life, I honestly would have way more clients right now because of all the assistance that Jonathan has helped me with. But it is what it is. That's
We all
life,
go through it.
and
Yeah.
we're all going. Well, I'm going up now, and I'm gonna do better than ever.
I look forward to you getting to 200, maybe not 200 by the end of the year, but definitely like leveling up and having more clients than you've ever had by the end of the year. We're definitely going to get you there.
Yeah, for sure. 200 is the goal.
Oh, that's
200 is
going
the
to
goal.
happen. That can
Yeah.
happen for sure. I've been there. All right, sir. I will see you in the mastermind group. Thank you for chatting with me, and I'll catch you on the other side.
All right, man. Well, have a good rest of your day. Peace out.
You as well.